Hi Stampers, I'm Meg from Loven Stamps, and I have on my black and white today to match our Petal palette stamp set, which has a black and white designer series paper that matches it from the Petal Passion suite in the Stampin' Up Occasions catalog. And this is a fun sort of one punch of color card. And so everything's black and white, and it features that designer series paper, but then uses the Berry Burst as the accent color, which is a really neat way to set off a single color using sort of a black and white background palette. So let's grab our Stamps and Mail Club project pieces, and I will give you some tips for putting this card together. Okay, so I'm going to keep my Whisper White cardstock. This is the thick cardstock. There are actually two weights of Whisper White and Very Vanilla. And when I'm using my thick, the ultra thick cardstock, I really prefer to score it. So I've got my score down that way, and then I'm going to take my card and fold it that direction. So if you've been wondering whether to fold to the score or away from the score, I heard a really great way to say it at Onstage in Salt Lake City last November, and it was this. So when you score, you end up with that little divot there, and you end up with a bump on the inside. So the person, and I'm sorry I don't remember the demonstrator who said it, but they said basically you want to fold your card to hide the pimple. So where that bump is, you're going to hide that on the inside, and then you'll know you have your cardstock folded right. So this is sized to fit inside my folded standard size card. So this piece here is 4 inches by 5 1/4, which is sort of a standard layer. And then I have these pieces here, which are designed to layer again, and this piece is actually cut to 3 by 3 inches, which is great because it's a very efficient way to use your designer series paper so you don't end up wasting a lot of it. I'm going to take this, and you know what, I think I'll pop this baby up with dimensionals. I love this black and white paper from the Petal Passion suite. It will retire when this catalog retires at the end of May, so don't wait too long to add this gorgeous paper to your stamping collection. And then the cards that I have for Stamps and Mail Club this month will give you some great ideas on how to use it. All right, I have the die cut piece here from this set, and I'm just going to go ahead and pop out just a couple of the little dotties. If you have the Big Shot die brush, you actually can do it really efficiently by just running your Big Shot die brush over it a couple times, and all those pieces just miraculously pop out, right? Pretty cool. Okay, so this goes with our chickadee, and I'm going to stamp him upside down, so I'm inking him in Memento ink. And I like to line up our shape there, and then just go ahead and take another block and press it down so that you get your stamped image. So there's our little bird. And just like I've done on some other cards recently, I'm actually going to use my Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of the bird to help me place the fine die cut. So this die cut is from the Petals and More Thinlits dies, which is a really terrific set, which not only includes the roses and the birds and so forth, but also some fun like backgroundy images like this. And to get my thoughts and gear here for placement, I'm going to go ahead and kind of line this up. And then remember those dimensionals on the back, those are going to be what holds our very fine die cut in place. Okay, now the last thing, let's see, I guess we can go ahead and adhere this baby. The last thing for the card front is a bow, and I want to show you some tips for tying this bow, because it's just, there's nothing to tie it around really. These pieces are too fine. So here are my tips for that. I start here about I got the ribbon kind of in half or a third, and I'm going to a third here at the end, fold a little loop, all right? And then pretend like you're teaching someone how to tie their shoelaces. This is like the tree, and then the bunny goes around the tree, and then through the hole at the bottom of the tree, okay? So the bunny's being chased, he goes around the tree, and then down through the hole, okay? See how that works? And you can stick that down. And I would go ahead and use glue dots, and pop this one here. I'm going to put one on the back of the center of the bow, and then a couple actually on the back of the little tails too. Oops. There we go. Okay. And then this here gets stuck down on our card. All right. So there we have our final, well, you know what? I think it needs a little trimming here. Little corner cut here on our bow. So that is our Stamps and Mail Club project. So a real fun monochromatic card, just gorgeous black and white with a little punch of color in the berry burst from that, and goes along with other projects for Stamps and Mail Club this month. So if you would like to request a kit, just let me know. I'd be happy to get one to you. Thanks so much for watching, and happy stamping.